All right, hi, hello, and welcome to Dilworth Glyndon Felton High School, the site for tonight's game between the DGF Rebels and the Barnesville Trojans. My name is Eric Tionkson, alongside my partner Mike Mason. Here with Magnitude Sports, we thank you for tuning in tonight from wherever you may be on this Monday night. If you tuned into the JV game, you were in for a treat in that one. Barnesville winning with a buzzer-beating putback to win 41-40. Saw a great game of the JV action between those two teams last time as well. And if you want to talk about great games last time around, well, these two teams at the varsity level delivered as well. Last time these two teams met was in Barnesville. The Trojans coming home with a 66-64 win in that one. You'd have to imagine that DGF has a little bit of revenge on their mind in this one as these two teams end their regular season run and gear up for postseason play. Should be a great one between these two. Round two this time on the Rebels home court. Taking a look now at the two teams. Taking a look at some players to watch. Player to watch out for the visitors, the Trojans tonight, is going to be Adam Tonsfeld, the senior guard, wearing the number 5, but he usually scores well more than 5 points in a game. He had 35 last game for the Trojans, and the last time these two teams met, he was the leading scorer in that one as well. He dropped 22. He's an electric player to watch. Should be a lot of fun to watch tonight as well. And as for the Rebels, a player to watch out for, keep an eye out on the sophomore guard, number 10, Owen Leach. Stands at 6'6", but if you ask him Trojans, he'd probably feel like he stands at about 7'6". He's a fantastic player. He can really just do it all. Great score on the inside and outside. He led the Rebels with 18 points in their last game out. He's a great player to watch. Also the likes of guys like Kanan Ottobelli. He's a great shooter for the Rebels. We saw him catch fire down the stretch last time these two teams met. He can certainly shoot with the best of them, and this is a game where you can see a lot of shooting, and you look at another great shooter for the Trojans. We'll look no further than Zach Bredman, but starting to get more and more minutes here at the varsity level. Plays a little bit of JV as well. You saw him in the JV game, but he can really shoot the ball well off the dribble. He's going to be a great secondary scoring option for this Trojans team. Should be a fun one here tonight as these two teams are warming up. Pretty evenly matched. These two teams' records are pretty darn similar. I believe only one loss the difference between those two, as Dilworth, Glyndon, Felton at 10-6, and I believe Barnesville at 10-7, and they are. So 10-6 versus 10-7. We should be in for a great one, especially if that GV game is any early indication.
Yeah, well, to elaborate on that, Eric, that 10-6, 10-7, the overall records, if you dig into Section 8A, they are Rebels are 7-6 against Section 8 AA opponents, while the Barnesville Trojans are 7-5. So you got a one-game difference there. If you look into the Heart of Lakes Conference record, Barnesville 6-5 against HOL opponents, and Dilworth, Glyndon, Felton also 6-5 against Heart of Lake opponents. So it doesn't matter if you look at their overall record, their Section 8 AA record, or their Heart of Lakes Conference record. These two teams are pretty much even from top to bottom, side to side, corner to corner. Like you mentioned earlier, last time we saw them, it came down to a shot at the end to possibly either send it to overtime or win it. And, I mean, you can't get much more even than that. And we saw it in the JV game there. I believe it was Riddle with that shot at the end. I think they had like 2 offensive rebounds off the original missed shot. And there was not time for a 4th offensive rebound. It had to go in then, and it did. And that's probably – what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, you look at like a three-pointer at the buzzer is like really exciting. And that is like just a hair below the excitement level of a three-pointer at the buzzer, because if it bounces the wrong way off the rim, they lose the game. So it's pretty fun. We do have that JV game available on our website at our archive schedule. You can check that out. Matter of fact, if that refreshes there, the JV game should be available right now if you missed it. I got a message on our Facebook page, and we did not carry the C game on Magnitude because it was played in the other gym, but they do have it on the DGF YouTube channel. So if you are looking for the C team game, it is available for an on-demand replay on the DGF YouTube channel. Simply go to youtube.com/DGF Schools, and you can watch this varsity broadcast on Magnitude Sports as well as the DGF YouTube channel. We're simulcasting it, as well as we're simulcasting it to Facebook. We're just all over the place here. Want to say a special thank you to the Ball Green family for giving us a card at yesterday's game, game 2 days ago.
2 days ago, yes.
Yeah. In a nutshell, they just say thank you for bringing the broadcast for the Trojans, and that they enjoy rewatching the games at home. And they said that we were fun to listen to. I'm guessing they were referring to Eric, because I don't know if I'm fun to listen to. But thank you, Ball Green family, and I'm sure many of the other families for Barnesville appreciate it. And I know when we got here today setting up, a Rebel fan came up to me and he's like, "Hey, I watch all your games, even if they don't feature DGF." So I'm like,
"Wow,
awesome! Thank you very much." So yeah, for those of you who appreciate it, well, thank you. I honestly don't know what to say beyond that. You can find us online. Twitter and Facebook now are the same. The Magnitude SN handles, Magnitude Sports, Instagram, youtube.com/Magnitude Sports on YouTube. And then if we take a quick look at our game schedule, you'll see that we'll have 2 girls Section 8 AA Round 2 games on Wednesday. And then we'll have, you don't see the third one on there, but we'll have 3 on Thursday. So we'll have Menahga at home hosting Barnesville. I'll be at that game. And then Perham will be hosting Breckenridge. Jason and Lance will have that game. And then looking ahead to Thursday, Barnesville will host Pelican Rapids. Eric, you'll be at that game. Breckenridge and Frazee, myself, Brad Anderson. I'll be joining Brad Anderson on that Breckenridge and Frazee game. And then the one you don't see out there on the screen is Perham and Wadena Deer Creek. And Jason and Lance will have that game from the Hive in Perham. So 2 on Wednesday and 3 on Thursday. And then depending on the results of Wednesday and Thursday, we'll have an updated schedule for Friday and Saturday, I believe it is, on our website, msportsnet.com. So we'll update it as the teams win, and as the brackets get updated, we'll update our schedule so you can keep in the loop of everything that's happening as far as which games from the tournament will be live here on Magnitude and which ones will not. I think we're going to be close to right around that 10 mark of the tournament, which is not bad. At least I don't think anyway. So, but yeah, that we're just inside a minute now from the opening announcements here. We'll bring it back to our camera. Once again, that JV game, 41-40 in favor of Barnesville. You mentioned a couple players to watch. Tonsfeld, and then on the flip side, I believe you had Owen Leach, if I remember correctly. I could not disagree with that at all. I mean, that is exactly right. Beyond that, any final pregame thoughts before we send it to our PA announcer here?
I've said it, I'll say it again. I'm really excited for this one. I think we've just been treated with some great basketball over these past few weeks, and I think this game is going to live up to the hype and then some. Final game of the season, and these two teams are going to leave it all out on the court. Yeah,
final game of the regular season. We want to say thanks to Joe and Nikki and the athletic department staff here at DGF High School for allowing us to come out and broadcast these games, and we certainly appreciate their support. And, hey, who knows? Maybe we'll be here tournament time, too, depending on how the brackets play out. So you just never know. We'll keep you up to date on our website, though. With those as the players come out onto the floor now. Last time these two teams met, it was a 68-66 final, I do believe, or 66-64. Where is it at? It's on here somewhere.
66-64.
66-64 in favor of Barnesville, with DGF with a chance to win it at the end. Here's our PA announcer.
We begin tonight with the honoring of our nation and those that serve our nation with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner, our national anthem.
Dean's Bulk Service is your convenient stop on the way to the lake. Whether you're looking for snacks, drinks, fresh rolls, bait, ice, or a clean restroom, you are able to find it all inside our friendly facilities. The Barnesville and Save & Sea stores are proud to fly the Arco gasoline brand. Dean's Bulk Service also celebrates 50 years of great service of propane, fuel, oil, and lubricants. We are always ready to deliver. Dean's Bulk Service is a proud supporter of Trojan athletics and wishes the Barnesville Trojans the best of luck in this game and every game this sports season.
your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. We're at Dilworth Glyndon Felton High School here in Glyndon, Minnesota, getting ready for the Rebels and the Trojans here. Final regular season matchup of the regular season, I guess is the best way to put that. We'll start with the Barnesville Trojans here on the starting lineups. So you got Jack Nielsen coming through the line first. He'll be followed by Cam Heng. And here comes Adam Tonsfeld, the school's all-time leading scorer. They'll check him for weapons. And here comes Tate Iniger.
Well, makes sense. He is a great shooter.
And Ryan Rustad will round out your 5. This Barnesville will do their usual routine here. We're used to seeing this routine second.
Yeah, usually some music playing in the background too.
Yeah.
I think I've got their pregame playlist memorized at this point.
And now for the DGF Rebels. You got Ian Mickelson. And you have Owen Leach, a 6'6" sophomore. And watch out for him tonight on the court. And that is Colby Schreiber. And Justin Wang, a 5'11" senior. And you got Logan Bickner, a 6'1" junior, as your starters here for the DGF Rebels. So once again, DGF in the black with orange and the Barnesville Trojans in the white with purple.
Definitely not used to seeing Barnesville in white. I think this is the first road game of theirs that I've done.
I believe it's the first one for me as well this
Wow.
season. I've done them before in previous seasons, but not this season yet. So
Looks like Cam Heng going to take the jump with Zenzen still out. And here we go, underway here from DGF. Rebels winning the opening tip, and they'll get things started up top. Schreiber out to Leach. Wang firing it inside to Leach. Leach, nice catch, working on Tonsfeld, and Tonsfeld's going to pick up the foul. So an early foul here for Barnesville. It's going to be on Adam Tonsfeld. And Owen Leach going to be going to the line shooting 2. Mentioned in pregame, he had 18 points last time these two teams met. Chance for 2 to start off right here as he hits his first.
1 down, 17 to go, and half of the crowd is sat down now. So when Barnesville has the ball on this end of the court, we'll be able to see him.
Two for 2 from the line right there. It's 2-0. Here's Tonsfeld. Rustad will feed it inside, looking for Nielsen, and that one goes out of bounds. Good start defensively for the Rebels right there as they force a quick turnover. So they've got 2 points and the ball. And they'll bring it back up here. Schreiber Feed inside to Bitker. Bitker fighting for it with Rusted right there. And they're going to say jump ball, possession arrow going towards the Trojans, so they'll take the basketball right back. Looks like we might have an equipment timeout as well as a mask malfunction, if you will.
Had one of those in the JV game, too.
Mm-hmm. Certainly wild this day and age. Never thought something I'd be saying during a basketball game.
Lost the mask.
Inninger working down low. He'll kick it out. Tonsfield out to Rusted in the corner. Here's Hang. Quick passing here from Barnesville. Struggling to keep up with all the different names. Rusted will try a three. That one's short. Nice offensive board for Cam Hang. Tonsfeld pulls up three. Tonsfeld rattles it in.
That's our first lead change of the game at 3-2 in favor of Barnesville.
And here we go. This is what the matchup would be on the marquee right here. Come see Adam Tonsfeld and Owen Leach. They've got all the scoring, and that's not going to last for long. Nice take inside right there, and it's back to 4-3. Back to 4-3, I should say. Back a lead for DGF.
Gonna dig for something in my pocket, zoom out on the camera. We'll zoom back in here momentarily.
Tie up right there for the rebound. Referee going to let him play it out. Schreiber bringing it up. He's forced to pick up his dribble. He'll give it down low to Bitker, working on Inninger. And Bitker can't quite bank that one in. Rebound Tonsfeld. He's 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. Hang out to Rusted. Here is Nielsen. Now back. Nielsen with the catch and shoot. Open look off the back iron. Inninger the offensive board. And that's becoming a familiar phrase here. Rusted the jumper, and he got it.
2 threes and 6 quick points here for Barnesville, and they're up 6-4 on the third lead change of the game now.
I feel like we could be saying lead change a lot tonight as well as Leach tries a turnaround. That one won't fall. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be tipped into the hands of Tonsfeld.
Well, I think we've had one stoppage of the clock. I know that's not a stat we keep track of, but this game so far has been going back and forth with plenty of action and no stoppages.
Hang tries a three. Don't see him shoot too many of those. That one nearly going in, though. Here's Leach off the rebound. Straightaway three on the way. That one off the mark right there. Nice offensive board from Schreiber. Here's Justin Wang. Now out with Mickelson. Mickelson off the dribble, working on a double team, and Mickelson hits.
Now we have our first tie, 6-6.
Boy, this is just a game where you really have to tie those shoes extra tightly. It's going to have that track meet feel all game long. Rusted, the pull-up midi. Off the mark. Inninger flying in for the board yet again. Blocked away right there. Nice defense from Bitker. It's off of Bitker's leg, but it'll recover nicely. So chalk that up as a block right there for Logan Bitker.
Yeah, nice job by DGF being patient down there and just waiting for the ball to basically come to them, but also keeping Barnesville away from that loose ball, too. That was great.
Leach with the three-pointer. He's got 5 on the night, and it's 9-5 for the home team.
4 lead changes and a tie, and, well, we could possibly see tie number 2 here, the way Barnesville's been shooting the ball so far.
Out with Rusted, and Rusted rattles home a 3.
Hey, you want to bet on a pizza again?
So Rusted off to a nice night shooting the ball. Off the dribble inside, won't go for Mickelson. Offensive rebound. Second effort, Wang for 3. Wang hits.
5 lead changes and 2 ties. And as soon as we have a timeout, if we ever have a timeout, I'll grab the pen that's out of my reach here, and I won't have to keep track of it from memory anymore.
Well, I know we've referenced NBA Jam a few times here. Instead of a dynamic duo, though, this game feels like both the teams are stuck in turbo mode here.
Yeah, definitely.
Inninger, tough shot, and he got it. Wow. Tate Inninger making the impossible possible down low. He's got his first 2 points on the night.
Yeah, so just an FYI to our viewers, if I say 5 lead changes and 2 ties way too many times, it'll calm down as soon as I get a pen and a piece of paper.
Offensive board for Bitker, but he has it ripped away. Rusted trying to get it out to Tonsfeld. And it looks like we're going to have our second stoppage of play here, and we are a little over 5 minutes into this game.
Yeah, I believe the first stoppage came on a free throw about maybe 10, 20 seconds into the game. So we've wiped out a good 5-6 minutes of the game clock here. Closer to 4 to 5 minutes because I'm doing my math wrong there. But yeah, it's been a quick start, and we already have a combined 23 points here in the first 6 minutes or 5 minutes and change of this one.
Now here's Logan Ernst. He'll give it off to Inninger. Back with Ernst. Looking for Rusted there. That one a bit too strong. Going out of bounds, so back in the hands of the Rebels. Looks like Schreiber will bring it up here. Off the inbound from Wang. Let's see what Kobe Schreiber has up his sleeve. Now out with Mickelson, who will get a screen from Leach. Mickelson trying to take it inside as some bodies hit the deck. Went into heavy traffic right there in the paint. And it looks like it's going to be a foul called on Rusted.
Yep, it'll be his first, and that will send DGF to the line, more specifically the 6'2 senior Ian Mickelson.
Mickelson already with 2 points on the night, hitting that 2-point field goal. He's got a chance to make it 4 and extend this lead for the Rebels right here. Not to be right there, but he's got one more to come. And a chance to make it 13-9. And he rattles that one home. So 1 for 2 from the line right there for Mickelson. He's got 3 on the night now. Here's Inninger. Ernst off the dribble, trying to kick it out to Nielsen. We'll get it back with Rusted. Good ball movement here. Corner 3 for Ernst, and he hits. Logan Ernst with a nice 3-pointer coming off the bench.
2 ties and 6 lead changes now, and I'm almost to that pen. I was able to grab the bag during the free throws.
Out with Schreiber. Now Leach. Leach will take it off the dribble. He's comfortable scoring from pretty much anywhere on the court. Mickelson, corner 3 off the mark. Rebound Suter. And he's looking for a guard to lay it off to, and he finds Nielsen. And that's a nice steal right there. Stolen away by Kerr, trying to go all the way. Layup up and good from Mason Kerr. His first 2 points on the night.
That's the 7th lead change now, and I don't have a pen, so I'm going to have to try and keep this from on memory. So
Rusted the pull up. Can't quite rattle that one home. Rebound goes out to Mickelson. Now Mickelson will take it off the dribble. Schreiber thought about the deep 3. He'll pass it off to Wang. Kerr, now Leach. Leach for 3. Leach hits.
That was a long, long 3. Wow.
Boy, and he just pulled it up with ease. That looked like a 10-foot jumper for him right there. A lot of confidence on the big man, Leach.
Wouldn't be a bit surprised if that measured out on the tape measure at 25-plus feet there on that 3-pointer.
Offensive board for Inninger again. That's his 3rd. Got shot off the mark, and sorry I cut you off there as you were saying about Leach.
Well, what I was going to say was it was so far beyond the 3-point line that I had to choose if I wanted Leach or the basket on camera. That's how deep it was.
Boy, well, it seems like just these deeper shots have become more and more routine for some of these players at all levels of the game. You look at high school, you look at guys like Leach and Tonsfeld. They can pull up from different area codes and knock it down with like it's nothing. Here's Leach again. He'll take it inside. What a move from Leach on the interior. Owen Leach now with 12 points here in this first half. If my math is correct. 10, excuse me. So my math was incorrect. Corner 3 on the way. That one won't rattle home. Rebound Leach.
Thought for sure that one was going in, but apparently not.
Yeah, you'd think the way that these teams have been shooting right now that they might have gotten the bounce, but the rim saying not today. Here's Ottobelli, and he's a great shooter too. We saw him be a real spark for them off the bench. Leach for 3 off the mark.
Maybe Leach should have stepped back a couple feet.
Yeah. That one too easy for him as Ernst with a spin move off the dribble.
He gets triple teamed down on the baseline. Somehow the pass gets tipped and stays with Barnesville.
Now back with Ernst, who will take it off the dribble again. Trying to feed it there to Suter. In the hands of Kraus, back with Nielsen. Suter, the mid-range jumper. Nice. Suter connects. He gets his scoring night started here with 2 points, and we have a whistle blowing. Looks like another mask emergency here as they'll get a replacement mask. Count up now 3 on the day, 2 in this game. I know it's usually not the hard-hitting analysis that you might get, but certainly cracks me up. As we now crack the eggs on 9 minutes, 8:55 and counting. Leach, tough shot, won't go. And that ball's just going to trickle out of bounds.
Yeah, I was watching the JV game when I was going to get that replacement piece of equipment, and I was like, I'm going to have to come up with something else other than crack the eggs now, now that it's been stolen from me. But no, I say that you're welcome to steal it from me.
Well, I'm honored to be able to carry on the tradition of cracking the eggs. Actually thought about that today. I had some eggs for lunch, and I was thinking about that. I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to use that again today. Here's Adabelli. Out with Mickelson. Leach being picked up there by Suter. Bitker working down low, and Bitker gets 2 points to go. This DGF offense really starting to heat up here. Now 22-14.
Yeah, I apologize for that, fans. I put a basket on the wrong side of the scoreboard, so I had to make that adjustment.
Leach will take it up off the rebound. Open 3 for Kerr, and Kerr hits the 3. Well, it only makes sense. They played the Alan Parsons project during pregame, reminding me of the 90s Chicago Bulls, and now Kerr hitting a 3-pointer. Welcome to the 90s. Corner 3 trying to answer is Nielsen, and he does.
It looked like he was that close to getting fouled on that 3-pointer too.
That would have been the first 4-point play that I would have seen in my time here, but that'll have to wait. But a nice shot right there from Nielsen. And great defense there from Ernst as well as he comes in to help on Bitker, stealing it away. Trying to save that ball, keep it in bounds right there. We have a tie-up. Referee pointing towards that baseline. It's going to be out of bounds. And I couldn't quite see a signal, but I'm judging based on the fact that Ernst is ready for an inbound that it's going to stay with the Trojans.
Yeah, broadcast coverage brought to you by Midwest Bank and Dean's Bulk Service in Barnesville. We certainly appreciate that. And whether you're a Trojan fan watching or if you're a Rebels fan watching, we certainly appreciate you tuning in to today's game here on Magnitude Sports.
Off the steal, here's Mickelson. He'll get it out back to Kerr. Leach firing it inside, and Bitker working on a double team, can't get the shot to fall. Ball goes out of bounds off of a Rebel, so the Trojans will take control of the basketball. Looks like they're making some substitutions as well. Schreiber and Wang going to be coming back into the game for Kerr and Leach. It's going to be Pana bringing the ball up for the Trojans. Suter kicking out. Open 3 on the way for Kraus. Can't quite hit. Fight for the offensive board right there. Bredman nearly grabbing it. He'll defend Adabelli.
That was a good pass by Suter, too, to get that open look at the 3. It's just unfortunate it didn't go in for Barnesville.
Yeah, these Barnesville bigs, pretty much all of them, they can really pass the ball very well. You look at a team that's just great at spreading the basketball around. I think a lot of it is just because all 5 players on the court can make some great passes. Schreiber with a 3.
That pushes the lead to double digits, and that's exactly why I was bringing up the comment that last missed 3 was unfortunate for Barnesville, because coming down the floor, you knew they could get that double-digit lead, and they did one better than that.
It's been a heck of a run here for DGF. 11-point game. Ernst will try and stop the bleeding with a 3-pointer. That one off the mark, nearly rebounded by Suter, but Bitker going to win that battle for the board. Now with Mickelson. Feed inside. Bitker, no good. Good defense down low.
Yeah, and if you're DGF, you have the 11-point lead and you have a smile on your face, but you don't want to be overconfident either, because if you get to that overconfident stage, Barnesville's going to snap right back into this one in a blink of an eye. So they got to be careful.
Both these teams have really great offenses. You feel like no lead is really safe on either side. You could probably say the same thing if it was Barnesville with an 11-point lead.
Yeah, you absolutely could. Yep, no doubt about it.
First free throw up and good from Ernst right there. He's got a chance to bring it back to single digits. Looks like Ashton Haft coming into the game for the Trojans. And the second free throw up and good as well. So Ernst going 2 for 2 from the line. He's got 5 in this game.
The best thing that could happen if you're a Barnesville fan is you get a turnover here or a defensive rebound, and you come back and you score a basket. Because right now you've cut the lead back to single digits, and you need to chip away at that a little bit more here. Otherwise, this game could slip away from Barnesville if they're not careful.
Well, they do get the steal right there, so they got the first half of the equation. Nearly lost it, and they will lose it right there. So the ball going back and forth. Schreiber in transition puts a move on, falling down, and he nearly put it in from this angle.
Man, that looked like an injury on the horizon there. It's a good thing to see him pop up and go back the other way.
Yeah, definitely a scary moment right there. But he's able to get back up, and he's got some spring in his step. Adebelli will bring it up for the Rebels as he directs traffic. Now with Schreiber.
Yeah, nice crowd on hand here. You got about maybe 55-45 in favor of DGF fans. Barnesville fans just about, 25 minutes down the road, traveling well to support their team here in Glyndon.
Yeah, certainly a great atmosphere inside this gym. We saw a great atmosphere in the JV game as well, and these fans not only here in numbers, but making their presence known. We've heard a lot of vocal chants here from both sides when their teams have made big plays.
Owen Leach with the free throw. Pushes it back to a 10-point lead.
He's got 11 on the night now, leading all scorers. One more to come here from Leach.
I believe that last foul was on Ernst for Barnesville.
And Leach got the second as well.
So you have 4 minutes and change here, and definitely need a couple baskets here. That one probably would have been in had the backboard not been there.
Yeah. Well, it's a fight for the loose ball right there. Bredman gonna grab it. Here's Suter in transition. Nice patience, and he gets the 2 points.
Yeah, he waited that split second, which allowed the defender to go up into the air and past him, and then after that, it was nothing but him and the basket for Barnesville.
That pass sailing out of bounds, going to be back in the hands of the Trojans. And to your point right there, it can just be, as the defender, it's so tempting to try and get that block sometimes. You want to make that big play, energize your team. But if you're a smart shooter in transition, you'll wait, because probably a solid 8 or 9 times out of 10, that defender is going to jump as soon as it looks like you're about to go up. And then you got a wide open shot.
And had he not been patient, like you said, it could have been a blocked shot. That one just barely rolls out.
Tough break right there for Barnesville. They could have really used those 2 points. They have cut it to single digits here, but obviously 7-point deficit is better than 9. Mickelson trying to take it inside. That one short. Firing it off of Bredman right there. It's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Rebels.
Yeah, 3:10 to go here, and if you can keep it at 9, preferably 7 if you're a Barnesville fan, it's probably where you want to be when you head into this halftime break.
Drawing the foul right there as he went on his way up. Doran.
You could go as far as to say that was a lucky break for Barnesville, because that shot should have gone in. It should have been an and one.
It certainly had all the ingredients of one right there, just couldn't quite get it to fall. But as a consolation, he'll get 2 free throws right here. See if he can put them in. Not the first, and so that just makes it all the bigger that he was not able to make that layup right there.
Yeah, and it was just he didn't get the shooter's roll. He did pretty much everything else right on that free throw. So we'll see if he can get the shooter's roll here on the second one.
And he does.
Oh, he doesn't. He didn't really need it. He didn't. It was nothing but net. But yeah, I'll let that one go.
Well, I know I remember something. I mentioned this on one of my earlier broadcasts, but I don't think you're here for it. It was something my dad told me when I was a kid. What he looks for a lot of times when he watches free throw shooters is if they miss a close one like that and they're a pretty good free throw shooter, he counts on them to make the second one because usually that's just their bad one, and he views it as them getting their quote-unquote bad one out of the way. I think we might have saw that right there.
Yeah, I like that analogy. That's a good one. I like that one a lot. Well, if your dad wants to join you on color sometime, he's more than welcome to. So,
shout out to my dad. I know that he's watching at home today alongside my mom. Is that shot off the mark right there?
And I believe my mom's watching from home too. So we got all the parents watching, as well as I believe some mom and dads from Barnesville and DGF are watching too. So hello to everybody out there.
Shout out the parents. You guys do an excellent job.
All right, well, we have a timeout on the floor. It's a 10-point advantage for DGF. We'll take a timeout, be back right after this. Dean's Bulk Service is your convenient stop on the way to the lake. Whether you're looking for snacks, drinks, fresh rolls, bait, ice, or a clean restroom, you are able to find it all inside our friendly facilities. The Barnesville and Save & See stores are proud to fly the Arco gasoline brand. Dean's Bulk Service also celebrates 50 years of great service of propane, fuel, oil, and lubricants. We are always ready to deliver. Dean's Bulk Service is a proud supporter of Trojan athletics and wishes the Barnesville Trojans the best of luck in this game and every game this sports season.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, it's 80s night here at DGF High School. I got some Michael Jackson in the background.
Can't go wrong with the king of pop.
I do like this song, I will admit. 31-21, 2:17 to go here in the first half of play from Glyndon, Minnesota, home of the DGF Rebels. Dilworth and Glyndon about maybe 5 minutes apart, and Felton maybe about 15-20 minutes from here. So
Rust had the tough shot, and he hits. Nice little spark right there for Barnesville. They've cut the lead to 8. Here's Leach. Out with Mickelson. DGF working the ball around the perimeter. Now it's Kerr closer to that painted area, trying to feed it back inside Leach, and that's a steal for Barnesville.
They need a basket here. That would trim the lead to 6, 5 with a 3, and there's, as we approach 90 seconds, and they're not going to get that one. So
nice block right there from Bitger, just using his size and toughness down low, swatting that shot away. Looked like he barely had to jump for that one, but as a player, he'll take it regardless.
And a near turnover there, and once again, with no shot clock, they can chew up a lot of time here, and a nice job by Panya. Almost got the rebound, but an even better hustle by Mickelson there.
And that's a shot blocked.
That was more like a punch. It's like I don't know how to describe that.
Definitely one of the most unique block shots I've seen right there from Noah Kraus. But it'll get the job done. Might hurt his knuckles a little bit, but I'm sure you ask any player, they say they'll make that trade 10 times out of 10. Leach trying to work on Suter as the ball's poked free.
Yeah, they're going to call a foul there as he did clip a little bit of his fingernails, and the ref in the perfect position to see that. Had he been like 2 steps to the left, that whistle may not have been blown, and that might have been Barnesville job. So official in the right place at the right time there, and wow, they're going to give that one. Really, yeah, I think that might be the right call. I don't know if you saw it, Eric, but it came in and it went off. I don't have my roster. Number 3 for Barnesville.
I believe that is Braden Bredman.
Yeah, okay, Braden Bredman's head. almost like if you're a fan of soccer, like somebody heading it into the goal. That's kind of what happened there. So.
Well, nice take inside right there to get 2 points, banking it in. Back to a 10-point game. Bredman going quick, and he's going to be blocked by Leach. So back-to-back block shots for the Rebels. Count one for Barnesville on the other end as well. Now to quote another one of my fellow broadcasters here, Cody, it's turned into a block party.
You need at least 2 blocks, I think, is how he categorizes that.
That's right, 2 blocks, and it officially qualifies as a block party. So might have to put that party on hold, might have just sent out the invitation for the block party, but has not kicked off yet. Leach with 11 seconds remaining, trying to drive inside. Loose ball into the hands of Schreiber. Here's Bitker on the inside and
one. Did you see that passing, or was it too quick?
Oh, my goodness.
That was impressive. They moved the ball around. 4 of the 5 players touched it there as he went up, got the basket, and now has the and one opportunity.
Bitker can hit the free throw, but what a first half it's been for him.
Well, a 3 here at the buzzer would be helpful, and they won't get it. And that missed shot right there is big for DGF. Well, they come into the halftime break with a 12-point lead. Barnesville, you could say that they're in a little bit of trouble. They're going to have to talk things over here, regroup, re-strategize, and we'll see what they can do coming out here in the second half. But right now, the DGF Rebels doing a good job here at home. 35-23 our score. We'll take a break and be back with your Midwest Bank halftime show right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Dean's Bulk Service is your convenient stop on the way to the lake. Whether you're looking for snacks, drinks, fresh rolls, bait, ice, or a clean restroom, you are able to find it all inside our friendly facilities. The Barnesville and Save & See stores are proud to fly the Arco gasoline brand. Dean's Bulk Service also celebrates 50 years of great service of propane, fuel, oil, and lubricants. We are always ready to deliver. Dean's Bulk Service is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics and wishes the Barnesville Trojans the best of luck in this game and every game this sports season. All right, welcome back. We're at halftime here. It's the Midwest Bank halftime show, about 8 minutes away from the start of the second half. Your halftime score, 35-23 in favor of the DGF Rebels. Eric, your thoughts on the first half? I think did you have time to add up all your stats yet? Or?
I did, yes.
Well, then I'll let you take it away then.
All right, well, let's take a look at the unofficial scores here for this game. We're going to start off like we always do with the visitors, the Trojans. Count up 3 points for Jack Nilsson. He had a three-pointer here in this first half, as well as Adam Tonsfeld. He's got 3 points in this game. Count up 5 points here for Logan Ernst. He had a three-pointer and 2 free throws made, so good shooting night from him so far. 2 points from Tate Inninger. He got those pretty early on. Also got a handful of offensive and defensive rebounds. Count up 7 points for Ryan Rusted. He has a three-pointer mixed in there, as well as 2 two-point field goals and 4 points for Wyatt Suter. Those are your scores for the Barnesville Trojans. And for the DGF Rebels, look at 3 points on the night for Ian Mickelson. He has a 2-point field goal and a free throw made. Mason Kerr's got 5. He had 2 points. Actually, I believe he had 7. Looks like I missed one there. And makes sense because I was missing 2 points for DGF. He's got 7 in the first half. He has 2 layups as well as a 3-pointer made. Leading all scorers in this game is Owen Leach. He's got 12. 2 deep 3-pointers in there. 4 for 4 from the free throw line as well as a 2-point field goal. Fantastic first half from him. He's lived up to the billing and then some. Taking a look at 3 points on the night for Colby Schreiber. He had a 3-pointer early on in this game, as well as Justin Wang. He's got 3 points. 1 point on the night for Peyton Doron. And then rounding out the scoring, 4 points on the night so far for Logan Bitker. Those are your unofficial scores for both these teams.
Well, Barnesville, they're going to need to come out here. I have this hunch that they're going to come out on a mini run, like, say, 6-0, 8-2, 6-2, something like that. And that's certainly going to be beneficial because they're down 12 right now. So if they can come out on that mini run out of halftime, get 6, cut that lead, split it in half, and be down by 6. And then the second thing that Barnesville is going to need to do is, depending on how DGF comes out in the second half and how they play and and what kind of looks at the basket that they'll get, Barnesville is going to have to look at having this game tied by the 8 to 9 minute mark remaining of the first half. If they are still down by 6 or more with 7-8 minutes remaining, that could be bad news for the Trojans.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see what sort of rotations they go with here in the second half. Obviously, Barnesville being locked into that 4 seed, I believe, if I'm correct, for the tournament. Yep. So you saw not a lot of their starters play here in this first half. You saw the likes of guys like Tonsfeld, Inninger, not really get too much court time. They might be resting them for the upcoming tournament, but they might decide, hey, we're down 12 right now. Let's cut these guys loose again a little bit here in the second half, see what happens if we can try and get out on that run that you're talking about. I think that's going to be something interesting to watch, see Coach Suter's rotations here in the second half of basketball.
The good news is win or lose. For DGF, win or lose, or for Barnesville, win or lose, it's not going to change their standings heading into the tournament. Matter of fact, we can pull up those tournament seedings right now, and we can share that with you since we got some extra time. But on the boys' side, in the North Division of Section 8AA, you got DGF at 10-6, pending the outcome of this game at number 1. The War Road Warriors 15-2 at rank number 2. Thief River Falls at 6-9, ranked 3. Holly ranked 4 at 7-11. Bagley ranked 5 at 8-10. East Grand Forks is ranked 6 at 7-11. Park Rapids area at number 7. Roseau Rams at 8 and Crookston Pirates at 9. In the South Division of Section 8AA for the boys, it's Fergus Falls at 1, Perham at 2, Breckenridge at 3, Barnesville at 4. And then the bottom 5 are Pelican Rapids at 5, Frazee at 6, Wadena Deer Creek at 7, Monaga at 8, and Staples Motley at 9. So with those seedings, your matchups, Roseau and Crookston are playing a round 1 game today, as is Monaga and Staples Motley. So the winner of Roseau Crookston will move on to March 18th to play Dilworth Glyndon Felton. So DGF gets the winner of Roseau Crookston being played tonight. Monaga and Staples Motley also being played tonight. The winner of that game will head to Fergus Falls to play the Otters. And then the rest of the matchups on March 18th have Barnesville and Pelican Rapids, which will be on Magnitude Sports. Breckenridge and Frazee, which will be on Magnitude Sports. That should be an exciting one. This past Saturday, Frazee knocked off Breckenridge in overtime, 95-91. Jack Cornier scoring 38 points, and including 7 of those 38 in the overtime session. And all 7 of those points were needed to get that win. There's no doubt about it. That was an exciting game, so they'll get the rematch. Breckenridge will have a chance at revenge on their home court, but don't count Frazee out on that one. We'll have that game live for you here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. We'll also have Perham versus Wadena Deer Creek on Magnitude. And then 4 games that we will not have coverage of include War Road at versus Park Rapids area, Bagley at Holly, and East Grand Forks at Thief River Falls. So that is a look at round 1, which is being played tonight, and round 2, which will be played on March 18th of the Section 8 AA tournament. Once again, Magnitude will have Barnesville, Pelican Rapids, Breckenridge, Frazee, and Perham, Wadena Deer Creek. We'll have all 3 of those matches on March 18th live here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. So that's a look at your upcoming tournament seedings and matchups. You need to check those out again. Go to msportsnet.com/stories, and you'll come to this screen right here. And you can see that's the most recent story that we have. The rankings for both the boys and the girls, as well as the matchups and their win-loss records, overall win-loss records. If you click on that story there, girls and boys Section 8 AA tournament matchups are now official. You click on that story, you can get all the information you need for the boys and the girls Section 8 AA tournament and which games will be on Magnitude Sports. So certainly your one-stop shop for Section 8 AA tournament information is at msportsnet.com. Click on the stories button. A minute to go. Final thoughts before we wrap up the Midwest Bank halftime show here, Eric.
I agree with you. I think Barnesville is going to come out with a bit of a run here in the second half. Would not shock me if this game came down to the final few possessions again. I know 12 points might seem like a lot, but just got to do it one possession at a time, and I think that's the mentality the Trojans are going to have here. But we'll see. This DGF team is pretty darn good too, and they are pretty good at protecting leads, so we'll see how it plays out here.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Well, we'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back with the second half right after this.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back. 35-23 is half number 2 about to get underway here. And here we go in half number 2.
We'll get things started with Nick Mickelson on the ball. Leach, reverse layup, and he gets it to go. Ideal start right there for DGF, and it's Owen Leach picking up right where he left off in this first half. He's got 14 on the game now, and a beautiful reverse layup down low. Stolen away by Leach. Might we see a jam here? Oh!
Left it short. I never thought I would say that on a dunk.
Well, we'll see if he gets a chance at redemption right here. Corner 3 off the mark. Battling for the board, and Leach is going to get it. Nice full court pass right there to Wang. Wang forced to pick up his dribble, and he'll lose the ball right there. Back in the hands of Ernst. Ernst behind the back. Out. Rusted for 3. Rusted can't quite hit it. And a nice rebound right there for Mickelson. Mickelson will take it up off the rebound. Now out. Schreiber off the dribble into Bitker. Ooh. Bitker, what a move. Logan Bitker having a strong game, I should say. He had 4 in the first half, amongst a host of rebounds and a blocked shot in there as well.
I keep forgetting that the team switched sides of the court, and I'm putting the baskets on the wrong side here. 39-23 with 16:30 to go is the official time and score of this game. So,
well, looks like it's DGF that's gone out on a run to start this second half, as they've extended their lead from 12 to 16 here.
Yeah, certainly not what the Trojans need, but like I said, you know, there's still some basketball to play, and like they want to get within, they want to get a tie game here with at least 8 minutes to go. If they can't get this game tied with 8 minutes to go, that could be bad news.
Well, Zach Bredman checking into the game. I highlighted him in pregame as well, and boy, if he catches fire shooting the ball, look out, he can erase leads in a hurry.
Another important thing here is, you know, they're not going to the free throw line yet, but, you know, if they can get some post touches and maybe some shot attempts, draw the foul, get to the line, get points with the clock stop, that would certainly do favors for Barnesville as well. That will not, however.
Not quite on the same page, that pass right there as the ball goes out of bounds. DGF going to try and take advantage and get some more points off that turnover.
Well, you could see head coach Suter there for Barnesville giving a slap, a clap is what I should say. A little bit frustrated, and he has every right to be frustrated because this is not the Barnesville team that we're used to seeing when we see Barnesville on Magnitude Sports. So, of course, they have had trouble on the road this year too. So, we'll see if they can erase those road troubles here, but we have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back after this.
Dean's Bulk Service is your convenient stop on the way to the lake. Whether you're looking for snacks, drinks, fresh rolls, bait, ice, or a clean restroom, you are able to find it all inside our friendly facilities. The Barnesville and Save & See stores are proud to fly the Arco gasoline brand. Dean's Bulk Service also celebrates 50 years of great service of propane, fuel, oil, and lubricants. We are always ready to deliver. Dean's Bulk Service is a proud supporter of Trojan athletics and wishes the Barnesville Trojans the best of luck in this game and every game this sports season.
All right, welcome back. 16 minutes to go. 39-23 in favor of DGF over Barnesville. We went over the boys tournament in the Midwest Bank halftime show. We'll quickly go over the girls tournament. Ranked 1 through 9, you got Crookston, Hawley, Park Rapids, Roseville, Dilworth, Glyndon, Felton, East Grand Forks at 6, Thief River Falls at 7, War Road at 8, Bagley at 9 in the 8AA North Division, and in the 8AA South Division, after we start the clock, you have Fergus Falls, Pelican Rapids, Perham, Menahga, Barnesville, Breckenridge, Staples, Motley, Frazee, and at number 9, Wadena Deer Creek. As we continue to go back and forth with no baskets. So War Road and Bagley are playing today. The winner of that game gets Crookston on March 17th. Frazee and Wadena Deer Creek are playing today. And the winner of that game gets Fergus Falls in Fergus Falls on the 17th. We will have Menahga versus Barnesville live on Magnitude Sports from Menahga High School. And we will also have Perham versus Breckenridge from Perham High School live here on Magnitude Sports on the girls' side of the bracket. So there's a quick preview of the girls' tournament that's coming up here on Magnitude Sports. And once again, a complete boys and girls recap of the Section 8 AA tournament that's coming up, including rankings, seedings, and matchups, are available at msportsnet.com on the homepage or click on stories.
Nice take inside right there by Mickelson. He gets his scoring in the second half started. He's got 5 now. And that lead extending now up to an 18-point game here in DGF with the Rebels leading on their home court. Three-pointer on the way. That one would be big if it goes. It's off the mark. Pano off the mark right there with his shot. Now Kerr will try and answer with a 3. That one off the mark as well. Nice rebound, Suter. And the Trojans got to get a bucket here quick if they want to weasel their way back into this game. Ernst off the dribble. Out with Inninger. Putting a spin move on. Tough take inside right there. Nice defense on the interior. Bitker with the block.
Yeah, it's certainly not looking good for Barnesville right now. I know that a couple of the starters are out right now, like Caden Zenzen for one of them, but you know, like Inninger and Suter and Rusted and a couple of the others getting some much well-deserved varsity time here against great opponents.
Bitker with the and one. And he just continues to make plays. Invest in Bitker. He's got 4 now here in the second half, 8 on the night, and a chance to make it 9.
And that experience for those bench players for Barnesville is certainly going to help Barnesville out heading into next basketball season. And I would presume that we'll see your normal starting 5 as we head into tournament time here.
Bitker off the mark with his free throw right there, but a second chance for DGF as Mickelson takes it to the lane, can't get it to go. Rebound Inninger.
Nice job by Tate Inninger there as he tipped the ball away from a DGF player and then tipped it back to himself, which is really cool.
Yeah, he's a master at doing the little things like those. A lot of coaches would call him a glue guy. He'll just do a lot of little things and help keep the team stuck together. Schreiber firing the pass inside to Kerr. That one off the mark. Bitker the rebound. Reverse layup won't go. fighting with Inninger for the board, and it looks like they're going to get Bitker for a foul. That'll be his third personal. So something to watch as 33 now has 3 fouls.
You know, one guy that Owen Leach reminds me of is, and I'm not saying this because they have the same first name, but Owen Heckner from Fargo Davies. Really, the only difference is their hair color. I mean, that's about, other than that, they're like the same basketball player that plays for 2 different teams.
Wow, that's a good catch. I don't know how I never made that connection before with my fair share of Davies games that I've done, but I love that. That's spot on. They just, both pretty tall guys, can score both on the inside and outside. Just great playmakers all around. Now a 20-point lead here for the Rebels as that ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't remember what the score was at halftime. All I know is that Barnesville has not scored yet here in the second half. So whatever that difference is, DGF's on that run right now.
I believe they had 35 because I want to say it was a 12-point lead at halftime.
Yes, you're right.
As Leach takes it inside off the mark. So if I do some quick math there, that's an 8-0. Yep,
yeah.
8-0 run.
Seems like it's been a lot more than 8 points, but
yeah. Well, that was another thing you talked about during one of our other games is like when you look at like the leading number, if you will, like going from 35 to 43, and you look at like 23 on the other end, 23, that's a lot closer to the teens, and 35, that's halfway to 40. So it certainly feels like they might have gained a lot more points.
Yeah.
But still, 8-0 run, very impressive to start this second half off. Suter's going to try and break it at the line.
And he might have a chance, too. He's a good free throw shooter, and just proved my point there. So that ends an 8-0 run for DGF, and we'll see if he can get the second one here. Still a little bit of time, but Barnesville's really going to have to pick up the pace here if they want to get back into this game.
Yeah, definitely time is an enemy of theirs. A nice move by Kerr inside to avoid the charge. Now Kerr will get it back. Kerr going up against Suter, and he got it. Mason Kerr continues his strong scoring. He's got 9 on the night now.
That's probably going to do it for Barnesville. I know there's 12 minutes on the clock, and that's a lot of time, but they're just not showing that they have anything left in the tank at the moment. And we'll see if something changes here over the next couple minutes. But what they could really use right now is a big three-pointer.
Yeah, just seems like open shots have been tough to come by. This DGF defense has just been relentless. You saw the ball nearly get poked away there as Inninger goes inside, can't quite get the and one, and obviously 2 free throws, a good thing right there for the Trojans, but it's sort of been that night where, like, you look at another night, that ball might bounce another way, and we're looking at an and one instead.
Yeah, and even an and one would have been about as equal of a shot in the arm as a big three-pointer would have been, but and I'm not by any means saying that they need to take a three-pointer, but if they did and they knocked it down, it could possibly provide a spark.
Inninger caught one more here from the line as he's going to try and make it a 20-point game.
And I see they bring Alto Belly in, and he can shoot, and that's something Barnesville's going to have to watch out for.
Yeah, we saw it plenty. I know he finished in the double digits in scoring off the bench last time these two teams met. He had a flurry of three-pointers in the second half of that game. You are definitely right. He can heat up in a hurry. Those Trojan defenders will have to really close out and key in on number one amongst other players on this team. Here's one of them on the ball right now, Kerr, and out to another one, Leach. Wang, nice pass inside to Kerr right there, but that's going to be stolen away. Kraus in transition, now we'll slow it down.
Yeah, a little bit of momentum there. Now if they can get a bucket here and then maybe get another turnover and get another bucket, they can go on a 4-0 run here. That might be a spark that might change the momentum of this game here. That one, I'm not sure if that was blocked or if it left his hand at an awkward angle or what, but it didn't go in, so we'll put it that way.
Nice dive for the loose ball right there into the hands of Inninger. Here's Suter in a 2-on-1. And that one's going to stay here with the Trojans. And, yeah, like you were saying, basketball is like a game of momentum. And I think with comebacks, especially in any sport, a lot of teams might get discouraged because the one thing you need is patience in comeback. You're not going to get all 20 points back in one possession.
Yep.
I always think of a book that my mom used to read me when I was a kid called Be Patient, Little Chick. Well, the Trojans have to be patient here, and I think we'll chalk that one as a dunk right there. Might have grazed the rim. It's Owen Leach getting the bucket, and he makes up for his missed dunk earlier. A little bit of redemption right there for Leach.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he got a little bit nervous there, like, I don't want to miss it again, but I also don't want to lay it in either.
Well, I think now that he's got that one under his belt, if we see him in transition again, he might try and go for more power and authority on the slam. And there's Leach with the board.
I get the feeling here that the starters are going to be pulled for DGF here at the next break in action, which we'll find out if I'm right or not.
Well, it looks like they do have some subs coming in. I see Bitker amongst others, as well as Schreiber. So it looks like they're bringing back a few of their starters. Looks like Leach and Mickelson. Wang will take a rest. So those are 3 of their starters right there. So it looks like you're pretty much half right.
I was half right, yep.
But it would not shock me to see the other 2 get pulled here shortly as well. Bitker, what a move, and an and one.
Well, when you go from 47 to 50, or assuming he makes the free throw, you go from 47 to 50. You double up, and, I mean, this free throw here will be the dagger if he makes it. There's no coming back from that one right there.
That one rattling in and out. Interesting fact right here, Logan Bitker has had 3 and 1 opportunities, has not made the free throw on a single one.
Well, maybe they should foul him more often.
That three-pointer off the mark right there. In transition, here's Otabelli. He'll swing it out, take inside, and they're going to get a charge. They're going to wave the shot off. Nice charge taken by Barnesville, and you can see their bench getting up and excited, and that's got to speak volumes about the character of this Trojan team, too. Down 24, and they're still taking charges.
Yeah, and you even heard some of the fans off to the right of our broadcast station for Barnesville cheer that one on. And, you know, I can't remember the last time I heard the Barnesville fans cheer in this game, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm sure they have. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but that one was definitely noticeable. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's just been a tough night if you're in purple and white.
Or white and purple.
I know. I thought about that. I was like, well, technically they're white and purple, but it rhymed, so I let it slide there and then correct myself as Bitker going to go soaring off the inbound right there. An alley-oop, if you will, for Bitker, and his strong night continues.
16-2 right now here in the second half.
Ernst will try and make it 16-5, which he does as he hits a 3 from the corner.
Like I said, they need to tie this game up by that 7-minute mark, worst case scenario, and I don't think they're going to do that.
Trying to hand it off right there. That one's going to get stolen away in the hands of Inninger. Here's Ernst again.
Yeah, I should have said it maybe at halftime. I said it, but I didn't word it the way that I'm about to say it now, but. Another way to spin what I said at halftime with Barnesville needing that, that 6-0, 6-2, 8-0 run. Another way you could have put that was whichever team came out stronger in the first 4 minutes would more than likely end up winning this game. And well, that has been DGF for much more than 4 minutes.
Yeah, right on, right there. They've come out the locker room thinking it's 0-0. You hear a lot of the coaches talk about win the second half. Well, DGF has been on a mission to win the second half here, and hats off to them for having no quit and keeping the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, I think trying to look at the roster here, that is Panya, I believe, number 14.
Correct, Peyton Panya.
Yeah, he's into the lineup. And, or no, he's not into the lineup. It's number 13, not number 14. Who's that on your
13
roster?
is Logan Ernst.
Okay, there you go. Logan Ernst with his second punched block shot today.
So looking to going into boxing.
It's a block party with punch.
I like that.
I bet you won't be able to use that one ever again.
Nope. And Ernst getting his hands on that one, too. That one flying out of bounds. Going to stay here with the Rebels. Kerr will inbound.
Little sub-in Cookie Monster to crack the cookies on the 8-minute mark.
There we go.
Told you I was going to come up with something other than the eggs.
Those phrasings right there, those never cease to amaze me.
I'll come up with a few more. Don't worry.
Ottobelli for 3. That one's short, but an offensive rebound. It's a nice job right there by Summers grabbing it. We saw a fair amount of him in the JV game as well. He made some big plays. Looks like Ashton Haft coming back into the game for the Trojans. We saw a little bit of him in the first half. He'll come in for Tate Inninger. And with tournament time and Inninger's role increasing, it wouldn't shock me to see that be the end of Inninger's night here in that game. See him rest the rest of the way.
Yeah, no, I would be surprised if he didn't get about equal, maybe just a little bit less than what he's been getting in the upcoming tournament games. We'll see.
Certainly been a breakout player for the Trojans this season. Panya off the dribble, can't quite get the end one, but he is going to draw the foul, so we'll go to the line and shoot 2. He's got a chance to get his first 2 points on the night right here from the line.
So you get these 2 free throws, and assuming the score turns into being 51-30, you're down 21 points. And if you can go on like a 8-0 run over the next minute, they might be able to make this a game again.
Second free throw on the way here from Panya. They need this one, and they got it.
Well, now you need a 9-0 run.
I would say they'll have to make up that extra point now somewhere. See if they can get some points here quickly. That shot just missing right there. That one looked good for a second from Summers.
So you got a 1-0 run now. Let's see if Barnesville can make it a 3 or 4-0 run here. We get tied up. I'm behind the possession arrow. I'm not sure which way it's pointing.
I believe it's pointing towards DGF. At least that's the way it looks on the scoreboard. Unless, no, that's the bonus. So it is going to stay here with Barnesville. So they will catch a break right there. Oh, I stand corrected.
Yeah, no, it certainly looked like they were going to give it to Barnesville for a second there, and somebody must have said something, and maybe that is the possession arrow up on that scoreboard.
Yeah, well, it looks like it is.
Yeah,
it looks like
is,
the bonus is the little red circle as the arrow is now
okay, that makes
switched
sense.
up.
Yeah, because the arrow has switched now. So I think this is the most unique scoreboard I've seen at any of the gyms that I've had a chance to broadcast from. So
I would have to agree, yeah.
You got the little dash in there on the player and fouls. I've never seen that before.
Mm-hmm. I will say Perms is pretty unique too, especially with the way that the colors change on the numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Based on the time and whoever's leading on the scoreboard.
Or if it's tied, it's yellow and or green for the leader and red for the team that's trailing. Yeah, I did notice that too. I like that.
First free throw up and good right there from Bredman.
Coming soon to Magnitude Sports, a color-changing on-screen scoreboard. I'll do some
off the mark.
I'll do some Google searching, see if that's even possible.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, actually, if it was.
Fromke off the dribble right there. He'll try and feed it inside. Fight for the ball. Still fighting, and referees put his hands up. That's going to be a jump ball, and now that we consult the possession arrow, now we know that it's going
to Barnesville.
Exactly. You are definitely right, though. I don't think, out of all my years in different high school gyms, I don't think I've ever seen that dash between the player and the fouls. But I really like that. It's easier to separate.
And normally the player jersey number comes first, and the foul comes second on that one. So.
Yeah, I've had to catch myself a few times. I'm like, okay, 21 fouls. That can't be right. Yeah. Turnaround jumper, and it goes. That's Ashton Hafe right there getting the bucket to fall. Nice shot from him. He's got his first 2 points on the night. Kerr trying to answer down low. He won't. Fight for the rebound is Hafe trying to get his hands in there. Looks like they'll get the foul on him.
Looks like the DGF fan, or a couple of them, attempted to start the wave, but they failed at it. So,
very few things are more divisive in the world of sports than the wave. It seems like you either love it or you hate it.
I'm in between.
Well, you're one of the few. Nice take from Ernst right there. I'd have to agree that I think there's a time and place for it. Kick out for DGF right there. A little pump fake as they looked like he might have shot the three. That one's short right there from Watt. As the rebound goes out to Panya, he'll bring it up off the board. Panya the step back three, that one short. And Wozik will just watch that one go out of bounds. With exactly 5 minutes remaining here in this second half of basketball, looks like we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Be right back right after this quick message.
Dean's Bulk Service is your convenient stop on the way to the lake. Whether you're looking for snacks, drinks, fresh rolls, bait, ice, or a clean restroom, you are able to find it all inside our friendly facilities. The Barnesville and Save & See stores are proud to fly the Arco gasoline brand. Dean's Bulk Service also celebrates 50 years of great service of propane, fuel, oil, and lubricants. We are always ready to deliver. Dean's Bulk Service is a proud supporter of Trojan athletics and wishes the Barnesville Trojans the best of luck in this game and every game this sports season.
All right, welcome back to 90s night. Got the DGF fans on the far side there. I'm actually a little bit stunned that they know the moves to that song.
Yeah. Well, I know at least for me, the way that I learned it was back in the elementary school days. If you got to school early during the winter, instead of having us wait outside, you'd wait in the gym, and the Macarena was one of the songs that they'd play, and we all did the dance to that. So who knows? Maybe the Macarena will be one of those timeless things. That ball going out of bounds. Boy, I got to say, though, that student section looked like they're having fun. Definitely got to be good for the kids. Not only the players out here, but good for those students to be able to come back and watch games again. Certainly an experience that I'm very fond of, traveling around different gyms and watching my high school teams play. And I'm glad that those kids are able to have that experience as well.
I think one of my favorite crowd/fan memories was when I did a volleyball game at Barrett, home of the West Central Area Knights. And it was on Halloween night.
Oh.
And we had all sorts of costumes in attendance. We had the Shark, we had Freddy Krueger, we had SpongeBob, we had a few others, and it was great.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
But I'm a big fan of Sharks, and I was jealous. I wanted that Shark outfit. I wanted it for the party that I was going to later that night. So
that's funny. I'd imagine it must have been a fun atmosphere inside there as well.
It was a 5-set volleyball game between. Tell you more about that in a second here.
Nice bucket, taking it inside right there. That's Wozik getting the 2 points, and the crowd going wild. Three-pointer on the way. That one up and good. Bredman hitting the three. He's got 4 on the night.
Yeah, it was a 5-set thriller between Clinton Graceville Beardsley and Breckenridge. And Breckenridge, after winning the first 2 sets, they would fall in the second 2. And then they would fall, I believe it was 13-4 or something like that in set 5. And Breckenridge came back and lost 15-13.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a fun volleyball match to have a broadcast for.
Boy, well, I can tell you, I've only been to a handful of volleyball games in my life, but boy, let me tell you, those can get intense.
Oh, definitely, yes. Nothing like a 4-set or 5-set volleyball match. Some of those other ones that end in 3 can be pretty exciting too. But when you get to 4 and 5, there's definitely a sport to watch. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, no kidding. Nice take inside right there. Count up 2 points for Kraus. That's going to give him his first bucket on the night as he gets in the scoring column with 2. Now 53-39 as we approach the 2-minute mark of this second half. Foul going to be called right there, as well as Sapa tries to take it inside. So he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
.226 to be precise on the clock. We've got a clock reset there. And now we'll get our scoreboard reset for the free throw, 54-39.
One more free throw here to come from Nick Sapa. We have some other new faces checking in for the DGF Rebels. Sapa hits the second as well, so he's got 2 on the night now, 2 for 2 from the line. That pass a little bit long, but a nice catch right there by Panya. Ernst back to Panya, and he'll try a 3. That one just off the front of the rim right there. Fighting for the rebound, that's Watt. Bredman will inbounds. Excuse me, no. Looked like he was over by the baseline, but they have the inbounds on the other side of the halfway line. So correction to that, that was Panya inbounding. Yep. Nice rip array right there by Watt. Now bringing it up, going fast is Peyton Duran. Corner 3 on the way. That one rattles in. I'll have to consult my roster for that one. I believe that was a JV player. I believe that's Carson Steichen hitting the 3. So a nice shot from him. He's got his first 3 on the night. Panya for 3. Bit too long right there as they fight for the rebound. Tie up, and looks like they'll have the jump ball as the call there. That's exactly what it is, as the referee puts 2 thumbs up. It's been a 2 thumbs up performance here for DGF.
Oh, definitely. That's a good transition there. 6 players in on that jump ball. That might be a record if you were to keep track of that, how many players are in on a jump ball stat.
We might have to add that to our record books as well. It was a busy day of additions for the record books back on Saturday, with Cornier scoring 38 and Tonsfeld scoring 35 on Saturday, like we talked about in pregame.
Yep.
Some electric players, those two. They're going to be fun to watch come postseason time.
Yeah, Adam Tonsfeld taking over 3rd place. He sits there alone. He knocked out Zion Detman of the Cheyenne Mustangs, who previously had 3rd place with 33 points. And Tonsfeld sits there with 35, and we have a 3-way tie between 3 players that have 38 points.
Wow.
You know, a minute to go, if you were to put like maybe 4 more minutes onto the clock and they kept exchanging threes like this, Barnesville might be back in this game.
Yeah.
53 seconds to go.
Going to the line, shooting 2, and that's going to be Steichen, I believe.
Of course, congratulations goes out to the Bismarck Century Patriots winning the girls State A title on the North Dakota side. And also congratulations to the West Fargo Packers. More on that in a moment.
Nice rebound down low right there from Wozik off that miss.
They win it over Minot for the boys Class A title. And Carter Barincott getting a what you could consider a game-winning free throw. 30 years after his dad got a game-winning free throw to win the title for the West Fargo Packers.
Wow.
Yeah, and his dad was in attendance for that game, so that was a pretty cool storyline.
No kidding. Like poetry.
Yeah. Of course, the West Fargo Packers, I believe at 8 o'clock tonight, are having a championship party at West Fargo High School, so...
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, would have loved to have been there for that, but we're 40 minutes late right now.
Looks like double dribble going to be the call there. I believe I read somewhere it was, I believe 30 years ago, that was the last time they won the title too. Was that correct?
Yeah, 30, 31, 32, something like that. Yep.
Definitely a good time to be a Packer.
Or it might have been like 28, 29. I don't remember if they said just shy or just over 3 decades.
Logan Ernst hitting another 3 right as time expires. He caught fire at the end of the game. He hit 3 threes in the second half. But we have ourselves a final DGF coming home with a big win on their home court, 58-45 over Barnesville. They take care of business and end the regular season, I should say, with the W over one of their rivals. They're going to be feeling good going into this postseason tournament here. Nice win for them as they improve to 11-6. Well, Barnesville falls to 10-8 here on Magnitude Sports. Looks like we're getting those records updated as we speak, and look at that. Real-time update on the graphic right there. That's just the Magnitude magic for you.
It could be a little bit better magic, but no, we'll take it. So, yeah, thanks for joining us. We'll add up some numbers, come back, and have a quick post-game show, and then wrap things up and head on out of here for the evening. So we'll take a break. Be right back.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Dean's Bulk Service is your convenient stop on the way to the lake. Whether you're looking for snacks, drinks, fresh rolls, bait, ice, or a clean restroom, you are able to find it all inside our friendly facilities. The Barnesville and Save & See stores are proud to fly the Arco gasoline brand. Dean's Bulk Service also celebrates 50 years of great service of propane, fuel, oil, and lubricants. We are always ready to deliver. Dean's Bulk Service is a proud supporter of Trojan athletics and wishes the Barnesville Trojans the best of luck in this game and every game this sports season.
Davies working left to right. They set up and damn with the two-hand slam off the alley-oop. Give the assist to Cole Haynes.
Did you miss any part of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Magnitude's DVR feature puts instant replay instantly into your hands. Revisit a big player score, watch a delayed version of this game, and then click live at any time to return to the live broadcast. Now you don't have to miss the game-winning buzzer beater, your son's 79-yard touchdown run, or your daughter's set sealing ace serve. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports.
Outside Satter. Step back three, number 12. He got it!
All right, welcome back as the DGF Rebels are celebrating to 70s night here. We've almost spanned all the decades here in our broadcast. So your final score once again here in this one here is they've already turned off the scoreboard, but we haven't. 85, is that right? Yeah, 80. I'm sorry. I was like, that's not right. 58-45, your final score in favor of the Dilworth Glyndon Felton Rebels. And, yeah, Eric, you have the numbers added up there. Before we get to those, I want to thank our sponsors, including Midwest Bank, for providing our halftime show. And they'll also bring us our player of the game when we get to the point where we're going to decide who that will be, as well as our friends at Dean's Bulk Service in Barnesville, helping you bring this tonight's game between the Rebels and Trojans, making it possible tonight here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. And for all the families, whether you're a Trojan family or a Rebel family, whether you support by watching, support by subscribing, support by liking the video, support by just watching the video, or support by giving us a card like the Ballgreen family did from the Barnesville family tree of families, I guess is what you could say. Thank you very much just for everything. It's been a great there's a couple words I wanted to throw in there. We'll start with great. It's been a great basketball season. It's been a long basketball season, but it's also been a quick basketball season. Does that make sense?
I agree with you. It's crazy. Sometimes I look back at my first game and I think, man, it's crazy how far that we've all come. But then I look back at, like, some of my early games. I was like, wait a second. That was like almost 3 months ago, It's crazy to think about, but no, time flies when you're having fun. It's been a blast doing this basketball season, and hey, we still got some more games left.
Definitely.
Now it's going to be tournament time.
And that it was a blast last year, and let's see what these teams can bring this year. I mean, we had a huge matchup between Barnesville and Breckenridge last year. We had an absolute thriller between DGF, or check that. I think it was DGF and East Grand Forks in the section finals last year. On the girls' side, Pelican Rapids, Fergus Falls came down to a buzzer beater. I mean, we just had some exciting basketball before they pulled the plug on the season. And let's hope that these teams on the girls' and boys' side can produce the same thing. The only thing different this year is all the games are at home higher seeds. Previous years, they were all all at one location. So that's going to be a little bit different. We'll see how that goes. But more on the tournament coming up here in a little bit. Eric, you got the numbers added up, I think, anyway. Why don't you share us what you got written down there. So.
All right, well, we're going to go through the unofficial scores here, starting off with the visitors, the Trojans. Zach Bredman finishing tonight with 4 points, all coming in the second half. He had a three-pointer as well as a free throw made. 3 points for Jack Nielsen. He had a 3 in the first half. That was his scoring for the night. 3 points for Adam Tonsfeld as well. Same thing goes for him, a three-pointer in the first half. 2 points on the night for Noah Kraus. He hit those two on a 2-point field goal in the second half of basketball. Leading the scoring for the Trojans, that's going to be Logan Ernst. He caught fire in the second half. He had 11 points in the second half alone, including 3 3-pointers, 4 total 3-pointers on the game. 1 point on the night for Peyton Panya. 3 points on the night for Tate Inninger. He had 2 points in the first half and then a free throw in the second half. 7 points on the night for Ryan Rusted. Those all coming in the first half with a 3-pointer mixed in there. 2 points on the night for Ashton Haft. He got a bucket near the end. And 5 points on the night for Wyatt Suter. He finished with 4 in the first half and a free throw in the second half. And as for the Rebels, taking a look at the scores for them, 5 points on the night for Mickelson. That's Jack Mickelson. He had 2 in the second half as well as 3 in the first. 9 points on the night for Mason Kerr. He had 9 points, 2 in the second half for him. Leading the scoring for the Rebels, that's going to be Owen Leach with 16 points. He had 4 in the second half as well as 12 in the first. Great game for him. He really showed up and played well today. Colby Schreiber with 6 points. He had a 3 in the first half and a 3 in the second half, so pretty consistent all around from him. Justin Wang finished with 3 points. He had a 3-pointer in the first half. 2 points on the night for Nick Sapa. He had those 2 free throws near the end of the game. 1 point for Peyton Duran. He had that 1 point coming from the free throw line. 2 points on the night for Bryce Wosick. He got those 2 late on in the game. And then Logan Bittger with 12 points on the night. He had 4 in the first half and 8 in the second half. So those are your unofficial scores on the night for both those teams.
Yeah, and just adding up some numbers myself here. And I'm not quite done adding them up yet. So if you have like 20 more seconds of something to talk about, that'll help me out.
Yeah, well, it was certainly a statement win here for DGF. We talked about in the pregame and leading up. This was a game that I'd have to imagine they had circled on their calendar, and they came out firing. They really showed up. They wanted to make a statement. They wanted to come into this tournament with a big win under the belt, and I think it shows. And I'm really interested to see how that's going to carry over now, because DGF is a team that's looking pretty dangerous, and I can tell you that I don't think there's any team out there that wants to play them. They're going to be a very tough out. They're looking good right now.
Yeah, definitely. And I was saying this earlier. It's been a long but quick. It's been a stressful as far as, like, are we going to have a game? Are we not going to have a game? Is basketball going to be moved to next winter? Like football was going to be moved to the spring? It's been nuts. But with that said, as that leads towards sounding negative, this is game broadcast 1352 that we're about to wrap up here. Since January 1st to today, can you guess how many games we've done since January 1st to today? Take a stab at it. Let's see how close you get.
I'm gonna go with 374.
That's a little high. not by much, but it's a little high. We have done 293 games, including this one from the turn of the new year, January 1st up to today. But in the winter sports season, we have done 322 games this year on Magnitude Sports. That doesn't include anybody else who may have done a game. And I say this humbly, but I also say it proudly. There was another station out there bragging that they did 28 games. We did 322. So
It's a little bit higher.
Yeah. So I just want to throw that little sucker punch in, and we'll go forward now. So, but no, yeah, it's been a fantastic winter sports season. We're gonna have that number increased to 327 by March 18th, which is tournament time. And let's go ahead and pull up that schedule and get you can almost see it all on there, but not quite. I'll pull it up on our background schedule here, but we'll have the Section 8 AA tournament kicking off on Wednesday, so we'll have tomorrow off. I can't believe we have tomorrow off. There's got to be a game that we can get to tomorrow, but we'll have, in theory, have tomorrow off, and then the girls Section 8 AA round 2 tournament. Will be Menahga versus Barnesville in Menahga. That'll be live here on Magnitude Sports. So Barnesville fans, you can circle that one. Also want to say thanks to Mark at Menahga High School for doing these 3 things without me even asking. Sending me a roster, sending me their team logo, and then he called me with name pronunciations.
Wow.
I cannot be any more pleased. That is a great way to start a Monday. And so we'll have Menahga Barnesville from Menahga. We'll have Breckenridge at Perham, and then we'll take we won't take any time off, and we'll head right into the boys as Barnesville and Pelican Rapids. Eric will be in Barnesville for that game. Breckenridge and Frazee, Brad Anderson will be in Breckenridge for that game, and then the one that you don't see on there, Perham and Wadena Deer Creek. Jason and Lance will have the call on that game. And those will be the 5 round 2 games that we'll have for you from the Section 8 AA tournament. Now, if they were all at the same location, like they have been in every other year prior to this year, we would have had a lot more than 5 games. But 5 games was the best that we were able to do with our staff and our equipment. So we're trying, but that's the best we can do is try. So, and then depending on the outcome of the 17th and the 18th, then we will find out where we're going and who we'll be featuring on the 19th and the 20th, I believe. Let me pull up my background schedule here. As, let's see here. It will be March 19th for the girls and March 20th for the boys for the quarterfinal round brackets. And with those winners moving on to the semifinals on March 23rd and 24th. And then the section championship for the girls is on March 25th. And the section championship for the boys will be on March 26th. And regardless of who's playing in those championship games, they'll be live here on Magnitude Sports, even if they're not one of our primary teams that we have been featuring all season long. That being Perham, Barnesville, Frazee, Breckenridge. If one of those 4 do not play in the championship game, we'll still have the championship game for you here on Magnitude Sports. So DGF fans, there's a good chance that we might see your team in the tournament as well. Matter of fact, let me pull this one up here. We'll pull up the boys bracket since we have a boys game. I don't have it available for on screen. But Rosal and Crookston, the winner of that one, will go to play the Rebels here in Glyndon at 7 o'clock on March 18th. Barnesville will host Pelican Rapids. And then the winner of Barnesville-Pelican Rapids will play the winner of DGF versus Rosal Crookston in the semifinals. And then you have Breckenridge and Frazee. And the winner of Breckenridge-Frazee will play the winner of Warroad and Park Rapids. In as further down in the bracket, Menahga and Staples Motley, the winner of that game was played tonight, will play Fergus Falls. And then Fergus Falls, Menahga, or Staples Motley will move on to the semifinals to play the winner of Hawley and Bagley. And then you'll have Thief River Falls and East Grand Forks. And the winner of that one will move on to the semifinals to play the winner of Perham and Wadena Deer Creek. So looking at the brackets here, so then Thief River Falls, East Grand Forks, Perham, Wadena, Deer Creek will play either Fergus Falls, Menahga, Staples, Motley, Hawley, or Bagley in the in the championship. Checked out the semifinals, And then DGF, Roseau, Crookston, Barnesville, Pelican Rapids will play in the semifinals. And then the winner of that semifinal will move on to the championship. So since that's a lot of teams, I'm not going to sit there and spill that on you, but because that's a lot to talk about. And then on the girls' side, if we pull up the girls' bracket, maybe if we pull up the girls' bracket. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Okay. So on the girls' side, we'll have the winner of War Road Bagley will play Crookston in Crookston. Magnitude will have Barnesville at Monaga tomorrow. Pelican Rapids will host Staples Motley, and the winner of Pelican Rapids Staples Motley will play the winner of Park Rapids and East Grand Forks. Once again, this is the girls' bracket. Frazee and Wadena Deer Creek, they played tonight. The winner of that one will move on to Fergus Falls to play the Otters. So you're looking at the number 1 seed hosting either the 8th or the 9th seed. And then Roseau and DGF on the girls' side will play on March 17th. The winner of DGF and Roseau will play the winner of Fergus Falls, Frazee, or Wadena Deer Creek. Hawley will host Thief River Falls, and the winner of that game will play the winner of Perham, who is hosting Breckenridge. So that is a look at your quarterfinal, or your round 2 moving into the quarterfinals, and then you still have 2 rounds after that, the semifinals and the girls' championship. So once again, as those brackets develop, we will take a look at them, and we will put as many of the games as we possibly can onto our broadcast schedule here for you on Magnitude Sports. Thanks so much for joining us here. We still need to select our player of the game. And do you have one, or do you need a few seconds? All right. Well, the Midwest Bank player of the game is
Logan Bitker. He finished with, oh, sorry. I jumped the gun there.
No, you're good. I was late on it.
Oh. Logan Bitker, he finished with 12 points. He had a few and one opportunities. I mentioned he didn't make the free throws on any of them. But besides those 12 points, I think I counted up at least 2 or 3 blocks for him as well. Just overall great all-around basketball from him down low. He had a great game. He was really the engine for this DGF team, in my opinion. Started out hot out the gate. He had 4 points in the first half and then 12 in the second to really slam the door. So that's got to be my pick for player of the game. Midwest Bank player of the game, Logan Bitker.
I would agree. That's a good pick there. So, Eric, you've done a fantastic job. Tournament time is next, and that's going to wrap it up for this broadcast here. Once again, your final score. Dilworth Glyndon Felton Rebels 58 and the Barnesville Trojans 45. Rebels finish the regular season with an overall record of 11-6. Trojans finish the regular season with an overall record of 10-8. For Eric Tianson, my name is Mike Mason. Have a great night.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.